Today we will be seeing what would happen if the #1 pick was decided by a Tankoff. So today we have the worst 14 teams, and the winner of these Tankoffs will receive the first pick, which will probably be Cam Ward. Now, I went through and reversed all the trash teams record because I didn't know how the standards works for real, so I just let EA do it for me. And these are the teams that made it. Some teams I got snubbed were the Falcons and the Colts. But anyways, this is the first annual Tankoffs here, and just like in real life, these teams tank to get here. So in order to advance, they need to continue tanking. If you lose, you advance. And with that being said, we're gonna start off with the first game. Now this matchup is between the Titans and the Dolphins. The Dolphins are here due to injuries and unfortunate circumstances, and the Titans are here because they suck. And in Titans fashion, they continue doing what they do best, sucking, and they lose to the Dolphins, which in this universe, they actually advance to the next round. And this is what the Titans are good at, losing. This is their specialty right here. Other than having good running backs, Titans are great at losing. Now we'll stay in the AFC and we'll see the Patriots take on the Jets. Now we have an AFC East matchup between the Jets, who are supposed to be contending, but then they ended up sucking all season. And then we have the Patriots, who is rebuilding. They have a couple young pieces. I don't know if they'll be good enough to make this team good in the future, but they are still rebuilding, so they have no work. Now this is a snow game here, 1 minute and 8 seconds left. It looks like the Jets will be continue to suck here, as they actually know that they'll dot over the middle, and he's getting up the field. I don't know if this is something I should be excited for, because technically you're not supposed to be scoring here. You shouldn't want to score. You're supposed to be tanking and getting the first pick, but it looks like the Jets actually want to win a game. I mean, the Jets had the entire season to try to win a game, and now they're in a Tankoffs, and now they want to try to win the ball game, but it looks like they still can't even do that. But honestly, the Jets probably need this loss more than the Patriots do. And it's now 3rd and 23. Can Aaron Rodgers throw a deep ball here to get this first down? It looks like he's scrambling a little bit, and he's finding someone to the left. No, he's not. He's throwing it out of bounds yet again. The Patriots lucky just in an all-out blitz here, but obviously they don't really understand the circumstances too much, and they end up getting a stop, and they're probably going to win this game. And the Jets are actually terrible. They just tried to win, and they still ended up losing. That does mean they advance, and they have a better chance at the #1 pick. Now with the last AFC matchup of the wild card, we have the Raiders taking on the Jaguars. And it's very understandable for the Raiders to be here, but with the GM of Tom Brady, hopefully he knows a little bit about quarterbacks, and in the future they should have a pretty good team. Now Jacksonville here, I don't know why they suck so bad. They have Trevor Lawrence, who is supposed to be one of the greatest quarterback prospects of all time. I think he was undefeated until he came in the NFL. That's when he took his first loss of football like ever. And yeah, you would have thought he would have turned around the Jaguars, but I guess not. And the Jaguars will be walking out of here with this win. I'm guessing Trevor Lawrence didn't want them to get a top pick, to possibly pick his replacement there. And with the Raiders advancing, the AFC is complete. We can go over to the NFC, where the NFC might actually have more disappointments than the AFC. You got the Bears, who were supposed to be somewhat decent. I wouldn't say they were supposed to be a playoff team, but they were supposed to be a lot better than what they were. You have the 49ers, who should have been a top team in the NFC, but they fell off. And then you have the Cowboys, who one second. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I expected the Cowboys to be bad, but I never felt like that team was good. I didn't expect them to be this bad though, and I am not disappointed. Now we have the battle between these short quarterbacks. Cardinals have to get Kyler Murray off COD. Every time COD happens, he starts to fall off a little bit. I don't know if he was injured this season, I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't watch the Cardinals either. And then we have the Panthers, who was terrible at first. They pinched Bryce Young, but then Rod Wave hit up Bryce Young, and then Bryce Young started teeing up. So I don't know what Rod Wave told him, but it seems like Rod Wave helped him more than the Panthers organization could ever. I just realized the Cardinals actually went 8-9 on the season, so they didn't do too bad, but it definitely wasn't a great season. But they are here with the biggest win of the Tankoff so far, taking down Carolina, beating them by 14 points, and that means that Carolina now advances. And I'm starting to think that Kyler Murray just wanted to get out of here so he can go home and play COD. I don't think he wants Arizona getting good anytime soon. I think he wants his seasons to remain short. But now we have the Bears versus the Cowboys. This is probably the most disappointing matchup here today. The only matchup that could be more of a disappointment than this would be seeing the Cowboys versus the Jets in the Loser Bowl. But I expect one of them teams to end up winning before that. But yeah, it's not like I expected the Bears to be good. I just expected them to be better than what they were. And in another snow game here, there's a good chance the Bears can beat the Cowboys right here, which would result in them actually being eliminated. I don't know if that's what they want them to do, but Caleb Williams is taking a sack here. It kind of looks like a clip I've seen of him before. That might be the most realistic thing I've seen him at. Now it's 3rd and goal. He's 16 yards away from the end zone, and they just hand the ball off here, so they're going to take a field goal. And in Cowboys fashion, before I even hop back in the sim, they throw a pick to Kevin Byard. Oh my, the Cowboys, it's just hilarious. This season is hilarious. I just want to thank the Cowboys for this season. Honestly, it's been amazing watching them be as bad as they've been, and I'm actually happy for them to see them go farther in the Tankoffs here today. Now they do get the ball back here, so they could avoid going farther here. I'm only wearing this Eagle jersey until they get eliminated, honestly. So yeah, that's really the whole reason I still have this on. I don't think they want the embarrassment of winning the Tankoffs here. So I think the Cowboys will try to get out of here as quick as possible. As he's the quarterback. Is that Cooper Rush making that pass? Was that Cooper Rush? Cut Dak Prescott. If Cooper Rush is making these passes, cut Dak Prescott, man. What is the Cowboys franchise doing? Now with 11 seconds left here, it's kind of looking like the Cowboys will be losing, which will make them advance, which means I get to keep this jersey on. Now he actually had to put the ball in the end zone and he throws a pick. Wow, very Cowboy-like of him. But with this loss, this means the Cowboys actually advance. All right, well, actually, this is a very disappointing matchup as well. Like, the 49ers are literally a 90 overall right now, one of the best rosters in the NFL, but they did nothing. And the Saints were looking pretty good at the beginning of the season, but then they lost to us. And they kind of fell off after that. And the 49ers end up beating the Saints here 21-10. Now the 49ers really shouldn't be here anyways. They weren't trying to tank, they just ended up accidentally tanking. I say the same with the Saints. I don't think they were trying to tank either, but neither one of these teams really belong. The 49ers are proving why they actually had no reason being here at all. And these are the matchup for the divisional round of the Tankoffs. We got the Browns versus Jets, Titans versus Raiders, Giants versus Cowboys, and the Panthers versus the Saints. Now I'm gonna go to the NFC since these are divisional rivals playing here. I'm gonna start off with the Giants and the Cowboys to see if the Cowboys can get me out this jersey. We got an NFC East divisional game right here, and oddly enough, the Giants have been to the NFC Championship more recently than the Cowboys. And with just 30 seconds left, the Cowboys are only up 3 points, but they should be winning this, meaning the Giants will advance, which they actually need to advance. They need this #1 pick. I'm actually happy to see these divisional rivals put their differences aside for the better good, because literally I don't even know why did they give us Saquon. Like, why didn't they pay him? Why did they pay Daniel Jones? Actually, it's okay if they got rid of Saquon, you know, he's a running back. I get the narrative at first, but why did they keep Daniel Jones? Now we have, I think, the only other divisional matchup for the rest of the playoffs. We have the Saints taking on the Panthers. Now, I don't believe the Panthers need a #1 pick. I feel like their front office is terrible. I feel like they would draft another quarterback, so I wouldn't mind them actually losing here. Like, if the Panthers don't draft an offensive weapon this year, just know they hate Bryce Young. And with a minute and 10 seconds left, the Saints currently have the ball at the 38-yard line. This game is kind of looking like it might go in overtime, except it's not. Derek Carr is throwing a dot, and they're moving the ball up to the 14-yard line. And now they're in I farm. Looks like they're going to give it to Kamara, and they do. Oh, wait, that's not even Kamara. Oh my, is Kamara injured again? Yo, dude, Kamara should be one of the best running backs in the league right now, honestly. If he didn't get injured as much, he'd be in those conversations. Now it's 1st and 18 after a penalty there, and they're moving up only 4 yards in that run. Looks like Saints are going to drain the clock here and then kick a field goal. I don't expect them to take any shots towards the end zone here as they run the ball yet again. And they're going to kick a field goal here, leaving only 10 seconds left on the clock. They kick it, and it's good. They're taking a 3-point lead over Carolina here. And with 9 seconds left, the Panthers actually return this kick, getting up to the 29-yard line. Can Bryce Young actually win this game for the Panthers? He's taking a shot deep. Does he have the arm for it? He might just do it. Oh, it gets batted down, and they lose to the Saints, which means they advance. Now, both of these teams could actually use a quarterback here, so I should see both of these teams on their best tank performance here. I'm looking scared of Titans getting another quarterback because look what they did to Marcus Mariota. His career could have been special, it could have been great, but he ended up a Titan. Same with AJ Brown. He didn't reach his full potential until he left the Titans. It looks like Tennessee is going to try to receive their first pick back. I think what I'm going to do for the loser bowl, like the Super Bowl, but for losers, is that the winner receives the first pick. Because one thing about tanking is that your team should be good enough to actually win more than 3 games, but you're just so bad or so good at tanking that you don't win a lot of games. And yeah, we're gonna flip it in the loser bowl, and the winner will actually receive the #1 pick. Now that I'm looking at this, the Browns is actually a phenomenal spot for a quarterback right now. Now historically, this is kind of where the quarterbacks didn't want to go, but nowadays this is exactly where you want to go. They are a quarterback away from being contenders, and hopefully they do well tanking here against the Jets, who just suck, and that's kind of where they're here right now. On this 4th and 15, this is Cleveland's last chance. They got Jameson Winston at quarterback. He's on the throw interceptions here. Hopefully he throws one here, or he just throws a bad ball, because I wouldn't mind seeing the Browns get a good quarterback in the future. And he's actually throwing a pretty decent ball, but he gets batted down, and it looks like the Jets are going to finally leave the Tankoffs. And the Jets will leave the Tankoffs, and the Browns will advance with a higher chance of receiving a better quarterback. Now this is the final 4 here. The Browns, Giants, and the Titans all have top 3 picks in real life. The Panthers have moved up a little bit here. They have the 8th pick in real life, and the 4th pick originally went to the Patriots, who actually won in the 1st round. But yeah, I was gonna wait for the loser bowl to decide that the winner moves on, but I'm actually gonna start it right here in the championship game. These teams so far have proved they can tank with the best of them, and now we have to see how well they can actually win games. And the Titans are finally good at something. They beat the Browns 21-0. I guess the Browns were still in their tanking form. I mean, their offense does suck, honestly, and Yeah, that's probably the main reason why. Anyways, the Titans do something good for once in their life, and they win 21-0 to go to the losers bowl. Now we have the NFC Championship here. Panthers taking on the Giants. Panthers, honestly, they can settle with the 4th pick or 3rd pick here. The Giants desperately need to go higher. They need that number 1 pick. Now it does not look like Malik Neighbors will be getting quarterback help anytime soon with the loss here to the Panthers 17-0. This proves that the Panthers is one of the best tankers in the league here, as they're getting a pick on the final play to put a nail in the coffin. Now this has to be the worst Super Bowl of all time. That is why it is the losers bowl here. We have the Titans versus Panthers. It seems to have proved they can tank with the best of them. First proving that they can lose games, and then proving they can win them. And the winner here will most likely receive Cam Ward, and the loser will probably receive Travis. Or the Titans will probably take Shador here. Actually, the winner, wait, hold on. I think about it. The Panthers don't need a quarterback. But you know, like I said, the front office is terrible. Who knows what they're gonna do? And it looks like the Titans is the best tanking team of this season. They go on to beat the Panthers 19-3. They've never had a performance like this all season. But I guess when it's time to win for the number 1 pick, they can do it. As they shown here, they did go 3-14 on the season in real life, but they have turned it around here in the losers bowl, winning it all. And sadly for Cam Ward, his career will be ruined here at the Titans in Tennessee here, playing for the Titans, as the Titans do win the loser bowl, and they will be receiving the number 1 overall pick. But that is it for this video, man. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But that's all for this video. I want to thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace.